This is the book of Zechariah. This is the book of Zechariah 14:1. And it reads, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the woman ravished. So when it say that for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem, it's talking about the people, like a noun, person, place, or thing. You're a people before you're a place, man. Because the people is first, man. So wherever we go at, and we a small community like Chicago, the South Side, this is Jerusalem right here. This is Judah. So that's the people. It's talking about the people. You know what I'm saying? So it's saying, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken. So wherever city they at, you know, taken, and the house is rifled. Like the house is gonna be knocked over. You know what I'm saying? Everything's gonna be everywhere, you know, when them troops come, man. They say, and the woman ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity. So the women gonna be ravished, man. What's another word for ravish? Rape, man. They're gonna be out here ravished, man. The men gonna, if they ain't with the Lord, they're gonna die, because them troops gonna kill them. You know what I'm saying? This is all in the scriptures, man. And you know, our people are stiff-necked. They don't want to. They don't love correction, man.
So they love living in the ghettos and slumps. You know, they love not having nothing. You know, they love not. You know, they just love to. You know, they don't want to make. You know, they be quick to talk about make changes and say yes we can.
Right.
But you don't do it through the Most High.
Right. What did Obama do for us, really? What did he do? Like, I'm still waiting on it, you know? Obama ain't do nothing for black people, man. Actually, I'm gonna make a bold statement. When Obama left, when Obama got in the office, it was getting worse for black people, man. Because I noticed, man, you know, 2007 or whatever, like back in the day and stuff like that, it was bad, but man, it done got worse now. You know what I'm saying? Especially Chicago.
Yeah, you know.
Getting shot on the expressway, you know. This rapper, what's that rapper name that was on?
Lil JoJo?
Huh?
Lil JoJo?
No, the rapper that was on tour with Chief Keef for one of them dudes, just recent, 6ix9ine.
Yeah, 6ix9ine.
That dude, man. Like, you know, it's just like, it's do as thou will out here. You know, everybody is trying to establish their own righteousness, man. They ain't trying to get back to the Most High, man.
They not, you know. And like I was saying earlier, you know,
Shalom, brother.
like I was saying earlier, you know, most people and stuff, like I said, you know, it's like they follow their own ways. They don't follow the Most High.
They don't follow the Most High. The Most High.
Excuse me, do y'all know y'all have nationality to the Bible?
Y'all according to the Bible? I don't know if they heard us, but I don't think they still want to. But, what you were saying again?
And like I was saying, you know, like, it's like I was saying earlier, I was like, you know, they be quick to talk about, what about us? You know, and why everybody is living wealthy besides us.
Right.
And as soon as you bring out the truth about God, the moment you speak God's name, it's like they don't want to hear nothing.
They don't want to hear it because the Most High is not even among. He is not known among them because they didn't even try to basically ask at his mouth, man. They didn't try to ask for permission. They didn't try to, Most High, please reveal who you are according to. Tell me who I am according to the Bible. Let me know who you are. Like, they didn't do that, man. So the Most High got them out here, they all reprobates. And I don't care how much you say you believe in God, man. And you in the Christian church, you atheist, man.
Yeah.
You basically an atheist, because soon we open this book up and we try to go into the scriptures, and they, like the lady that walked past and said, I asked her who she was according to the Bible, and she said, a child of God. I said, the 12 tribes of Israel, what tribe you come from? And she ain't say nothing.
She didn't know.
Atheist, man.
Right.
They don't really believe in the Bible. They believe in white Jesus, man.
Right. She was quick to run her mouth about what she know, what she believe in, instead of learning. You know, nowadays they don't want to learn nothing. You know.
They don't want to learn nothing. See, because black people, we got so comfortable here in this country, man. We got so comfortable here, and we don't even know that there's a nation that hates us, man.
How y'all doing? Would y'all like to know your nationality of the Bible?
Y'all know y'all nationality? That's a distraction. They couldn't even hear anyway because the cars coming past. But matter of fact, I'm gonna get Yahushua color out the Bible right now, man. Because she said she a child of God, right?
Right.
If you a child of God, that means you a Jew then. You really a Jew. But when I asked her who she was, she said she didn't want to conform with that, man. The Jews are black. Let me get Jesus, Yahushua, a Nazareth color out the Bible. This is Revelation 1:14. And it reads, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters, man. So it said his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. He had red eyes. You know why he had red eyes? Because he drank wine. Not just because he drank wine, because he was a man that was always doing the work. If you see a black man that got a full-time job and he get off, he be tired. You know what I'm saying? His eyes are red from stress. From he might not got good enough sleep. You know what I'm saying? So that's why his eyes was red, because he was always doing the work. You know what I'm saying? He was always preaching the gospel, man. And it said his feet like unto fine brass, as if it burned in the furnace, man. That's a black man. That gotta be a black man.
Ain't no other way around it.
It is a black man. It ain't gotta be. It is a black man.
You know, what nation of people in this world that have woolly texture hair?
That's a good question. Black people, black folks, so-called black folks, because black folks think they're really black. You know what I'm saying?
And
we different shades of brown, from a dark brown to a very, very light or tan brown. You know what I'm saying? We come in different colors, you know.
And speaking of color, you know, I just want to prophesize this. I was talking to a young lady, right? And I was telling her, and she was telling me she's 35, single, and she don't have any children. And she was like, when she have children, she wanted her children to have good curly hair, light skin, and you know, hazel eyes. And I started laughing because I shook my head at first, and then I started laughing. And I said, miss, your man is corrupted. I said, black is beautiful. All kind of, it don't matter what color, all type of shades, light, dark. I said, black is beautiful. You know, and she was like, you know, I just don't want no dark-skinned kids. I was like...
See, and that's white supremacy right there. Because, first of all, I never read the Willie Lynch letter, but this has to be something that's kind of in there, because, you know, when a white man had our women in slavery, they was raping them and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And they was forced to have black skin, or some called light skin or whatever, and curly hair. That mind frame is still in our minds, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Serena Williams, you know what I'm saying? She got that white boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She
with that white boy, that Edomite, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't doing it right, man. He ain't doing it right. He after her bread, you know what I'm saying? He after her money.
Right.
That's why they want these black sisters, man.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying?
And I read the Lynch book, you know, and one thing it said was that it said separate the light skin from the dark skin and put them against each other. So when I was talking to her, I said, so I told her, I said, okay, so you was trying to bear a child, but for some reason you can't. And she was like, yeah. And I said,
by a so-called white man?
No, she wanted to have it by a light-skinned dude.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. She said, yeah, white too, but, and I said, you want to bear a child, but I said, you 35, you don't have a child or nothing. A beautiful woman, she beautiful. And
you know what? I don't want to cut you off, brother, but you know what messes that up too? Don't Maybelline commercials, man. All that women looking good, man. Look, man, me personally, I'll get an ugly one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One that ain't necessarily ugly, but just basic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that makeup and stuff, man. You need somebody that's basic, man.
Right. And
you know what it is like they gonna be dealing with somebody else, man. You might as well get you a basic chick, a chick that looks somewhat decent, and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta deal with all this stuff. She wanna get her hair done all the time. You ain't got the money for that. Then you broke in her eyes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you know, you paying bills and stuff.
Right.
So to sum it all up, I said, the way you thinking, I said maybe the Most High ain't give you a child because it's the way you thinking. You got to be happy whether the child is light, dark, or super dark. Hey, a child is a child at the end of the day, as long as it's yours.
Christ was black.
Yeah.
Christ was they said he looked like an olive, not the green one though, but the black one. You know what I'm saying? That's very black, you know. And back then we was like that. That's how we came, you know. Until these white folks came and we mingled our seed with them. That's how it went. You keep going about what you're saying.
Yeah. So, and I told her, and when I started speaking the truth to her, I said, ma'am, I wouldn't care if my kids came out super black. I said, I'ma love them regardless. I said, a child is beautiful, and I didn't really hit her where it hurt. I just said, I ain't really, you know.
Your nationality according to the Bible system. All right, she ain't trying to listen. All right, go ahead, bro.
And like I was saying, you know, and I just couldn't, you know, couldn't believe it what I was hearing, but I had to laugh at it because it kind of broke my heart a little bit. It said that, you know, you want your kids to be the prettiest thing on the earth. I said that don't mean anything.
Light skin,
hazel eyes.
Not to knock the light skinned brothers and sisters, but light skin, curly hair. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, the blacker the berry is, the sweeter the juice, man.
I'm trying to tell you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if our people are so stupid, man, that she could be with a dark skinned guy and still get a curly light skinned baby to some degree. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's a gender battle. That's what it is. It's a gender war. You know what I'm saying? It's a war on genders. You know what I'm saying? Male and female.
You know, and I told her, and I said, a light skin, hazel eyes, and curly hair ain't gonna get you into the kingdom.
Right. You gotta keep them commandments.
Right.
That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Hamashiach. That's who it's about.
You right about that.
And that's what she said, huh?
Yeah, and it was just said, I was like, wow. I said, and then this stuff, and more I want to speak on, brother, before we continue on with this story. You know, I sat there and, you know, I was scrolling down Facebook and I came across a video. Of one of the Jake, you know, and she was like, you know, making a baby with a beautiful white man. What's she gonna say? You know, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. She said, black men make ugly babies and the white man make beautiful babies. I said, wow, you know, and then she just threw in, you know, his credit is up and, you know.
They gold diggers, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Black women, they ain't nothing but not all our sisters, because, you know, when I post this video up and say some of the sisters might be offended, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking about the sisters and the true sisters. I'm talking about the sisters and the worldly sisters. The black sisters in the world, they're just gold diggers, man. They just want benefits with relationship, man. If it was a black man, jet black, and he had money, man, them sisters wouldn't care how black he is, man. They still gonna have his baby, man.
Yeah. Because they know it benefits them. And then, you know, and when they do have the baby, what they do, they dip off child support, you know, and all other stuff. So it's like, you know, I pray for them, man. And I be like, you know, I hope they could get themselves together because, and, you know, because like I told the woman, I said, at the end of the day, I said, when you see other nations, you see them, they stick together. They raise their family. Right. And when they die, they make sure they kids taken care of. And I said the only nation that say F each other is
black people.
Yeah.
And hey, these white women love Jake, man. They love Jake, man. But our sisters don't love Jake. They don't love the so-called black man.
No.
These white women, man, you would be black as dirt. And you look like somewhat upstanding to them. Man, they gonna take you. Like you said, the white girl that kissed you in the face, man. You know what I'm saying? Our sisters, they brainwashed, man.
Yeah, you know.
How many minutes on that?
You got 15 minutes and 30 seconds.
All right, you can stop it.